Hi everybody, welcome to the channel Lightworkers Together. This is Val. I hope you all are doing wonderful and having a great day. I was able to get out to the park today. It's beautiful. It's about 62 degrees and the sun, I have my sunglasses on because the sun's kind of shining down here. But I wanted to hop on and do a quick message about something that is kind of at the forefront of what's going on in my own life, and it could be helpful to somebody else who may be going through something similar. And this is learning to trust ourselves, to trust that intuition, and to trust the process. And it is kind of a two-pronged thing, where the first part is getting beyond all of the social conditioning, the programming, and everything that's basically taught us from childhood to not trust ourselves, but to trust, information from outside of ourselves. So the first part of that is kind of getting beyond that and learning to trust that inner voice, to meditate, to get quiet, and to listen to those messages, because those are the ones that are for our highest good. And like I said, it can be difficult. I know, there have been times, sorry, I got twigs blown around under here. There have been times where, especially if you are a little bit logic-based, a lot of times that programming and that logic-based part of yourself is going to try and overcome that internal voice. And you need to, I don't know any other way other than to say to sit with yourself and listen, to find a space and a time where you can get quiet with yourself and hear that inner voice without outside distractions and things, because a lot of times that's what happens, right? Our intuition, our higher self, even messages, from source are trying to get to us, and we are not receiving them because we are in a space that is just full of so much noise and distraction. So part of it is just getting yourself to a place, and then once you get that guidance, whatever that guidance is trusting it, right? It reminded me so much of that song that I heard that's out called Trust Fall. If anyone's heard it, it's a great song to listen to. It's very motivating and uplifting, and it is about having that trust fall with yourself and with the universe, with source, to just be able to let go and fall into that truth, that energy that is you, and to kind of accept the messages that are coming through. And you'll know if they're coming from you or some sort of other outside source. You always have to use your discernment in these things, but it is trusting that when sometimes everything in the outside world is contradictory, right, to the message we may be getting. But our higher self knows. It knows those next steps and the best thing to do. So if we can sort of push out all the outer distractions and that programming, which is making us want to take information, source knowledge. I'm one of those people, I like to research everything I do. I always have felt, I love learning, and information is important, right? You need information. So I do my due diligence, I do research on things, but when it comes to trusting your intuition, there's no logic that's going to help with that. It's just a letting go of what we think logically the answer is, and listening to that inner voice. And then the second part of that is trusting that process. It's taking that step or that action that we're led to take, or trusting in that message, right? And then trusting the process for it to unfold as it's meant to. A lot of times we may get a message, we may take action even on it, right? We're trusting, we're following that intuition, we're taking our action on it, and then we don't immediately see whatever result we thought we were going to see. So again, then we are putting more like the logical mind, expectations and parameters around something. And that's something that it is a struggle. It's kind of a continual struggle to have that letting go of those things and trusting that inner voice, and then trusting the process to unfold as it's meant to. So I just wanted to come on and just say, trust yourself, because things do tend, like when we struggle against that internal voice that's trying to guide us, that internal compass that's trying to show us this is the correct way to go. When we struggle against it, it tends to make things more difficult. You take the longer way around, you'll usually always get to wherever you're meant to be. That I truly believe with all my heart. There are certain things that are meant for us, and everyone has like their destiny, their mission, whatever they're supposed to do, and you will eventually get there. It's just when we don't listen to our inner selves, we're really taking the long way around and probably doing it much harder than it needs to be done. So I just wanted to share that and say, please trust yourself. Give yourself time to sit with yourself, to receive those messages, put action into place if that's what you need to do, and then trust the process to unfold as it's meant to, not necessarily on the ego or the mind or the logical time frame, but on the one that's actually meant to happen. And usually we can always look back and be like, what, it was a good thing that this took longer, or it was a good thing that this happened in this way versus the way that I would have maybe chosen from my ego self, because if it had happened that way, that would not have been for the best in the end, because we cannot see the big picture. And this was the message that I got this morning, because I was talking to, my angels, and I was checking in with myself about some things that I feel like are important changes to be made. And, I was just straight up told, you don't have all the information. You don't have the big picture information. So basically don't try and really do that yet, because you don't know everything there is to know about this. So sometimes it's hearing that inner voice, right, and trusting it is a matter of being patient in a situation where maybe it's really, really tough, to be patient, especially if you've been waiting a long time for things or forward movement or whatever that happens to be. But I just wanted to say, listen to that song, Trust Fall, if you get a chance, because it's a really great song. I think it'll be uplifting and inspiring, and to trust yourself and trust the process. We're all going to get there, and anything that we can do to encourage and uplift one another, to spread that love, and to be focused on what's the highest good, not just for ourselves but for everybody, is the ideal, because we are moving in that direction. It's getting better all the time. We just have to be patient. So that's all I wanted to share. Trying to keep these short and sweet. I'm trying to see what time it is. Did I go over my 10 minutes? No, I think I made it just under. Yay. So yeah, I'm trying to keep these 10 to 15 minutes depending on the information that I'm sharing. But if there's something that is more involved, I'm probably going to split it into 2 different videos just to make it, easier. So with our time constraints, it's very difficult. Like there's a spiritual teacher I like to watch, but his videos are like usually minimum an hour, and it's very difficult. I have to kind of catch little pieces as I can, because it's very hard sometimes to carve an hour or more out to just sit and watch something, even if it's something that you feel will be uplifting to you or will be of service in some way. So yes, this is my promise to keep things short. So I am going to take this last minute and I'm going to send out loving, healing energy. If you do not wish to participate in that, that's fine. I'm going to send everybody love, peace, and unity. Stay well, stay safe, and I will talk to you again soon. And I'm going to send out love and healing energy and peace, joy, abundance, thank thank you all so much for watching. You are so loved and appreciated. Have a wonderful day. Stay in that place of knowing your worth, knowing your value, standing in your power, and practice self-love and self-care because you deserve it. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.